Yo, what's up YouTube? It's OG and today we are going to be doing surprise another pro gameplay video. First off though, I just want to show off this dope chair that I just got from Tribe and Secret Labs. It is insane, so definitely huge shout out to Pat, Don John, Tribe Gaming and Secret Labs because guys, this chair is amazing. This is definitely the comfiest chair that I have ever sat in. No exaggeration. The quality is insane and I can't like hype it up enough, guys. This chair is like actually amazing. So lucky to receive something like this. So definitely huge shout out to Pat, Don John, Secret Labs, and Tribe again. But yeah, anyways, back to the topic of the video. So pro gameplay, and over the weekend it was the third NA Open, and my team made it to the finals again. So we played against Nova, and we were definitely looking for some redemption. I'm pretty happy with how the games went. I think we played a lot better this time. We didn't have a teammate disconnecting the entire time. So that definitely helped. So you'll see we're playing with Jack instead of Daddy Squashy. So let's see how we do this week. Alright guys, so you can see it's the same maps as last week, and surprise surprise, we're using the same comp. Obviously the Rosa meta was still in effect. So let's see how we do.
Right, so we didn't say this, we actually did get a tie on this map the first time. We're not going to include it in the video today. We don't want it to be too long. We don't want it to take up all the time, but yeah, it's our second time playing the map as we tied the first game with the exact same comps.
Yeah, so you'll see I'm kind of sneaking around here. I managed to take out Tyrant Star, but I am pretty far up in their base, and you know, look at that spawn. It's like right on top of me, so I'm just trying to run away, but I can't make it out, unfortunately.
Right, now Chepo's going to be able to go in and get a kill. I'm really surprised Tyrant actually didn't pull us because we were both right in front of him, but we were able to run away, and now we have the one star lead. Now I did kind of have a random pull, just hoping someone was there. Wasn't able to hit it, so I'm just going to be charging my super basically for a little bit longer.
Yeah, so one of our downfalls last week was getting like too crowded in the back of our base, so we're trying to like be more mobile this week. You saw that was a good exchange for us. I managed to get a double suck when they pulled us too. And here we don't want to trap ourselves on the back of the base. So we're like, yo, okay, let's find a side to move up on. Like that side's broken up a bit. And then we actually get the engage on Shadow. Unfortunately, Bobby does get pulled though.
Exactly. So OG's able to get a good pull over there on Portal. Now this was a really good finish. He went up really aggressive on him. And although he did get down, you know, it was a good trade, and it helped us get position. We're up 2 right here, and they only have 1 entrance point to the right. So in the VC when we were playing at the time, OG's telling me to get on the right side so I can just spam that entrance point and make sure that they're not coming on us, and we won't be surprised.
Yeah, so the late game, there's definitely less grass, and you can see they kind of all group up. Bobby does get taken out, but we got a Rosa there with super, and he goes right for Tyrant Star, which is exactly like what you want to do. And then you'll see Jack being Jack.
Yeah, just spins, you know, Jack being his typical self, you know, not caring about if we win or lose, making sure he gets that BM in.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's going to be the end of the first game over there, and we were able to get that dub. Okay, so here we go into our second bounty game, and what we're going to be doing on this strike, so I'm going to be playing Gene, which is arguably one of my best brawlers. OG, obviously, as you guys know, is an insane Piper, so he's going to be going on that Piper, trying to tap everyone, and Chepo's just going on, you know, the overpowered Rosa. And that's our strat with the comps for this game.
Yeah, so you'll see this week they played it very passive. They basically got that first star and they're just like camping out right now. So we don't want to overextend because we're already down 1 star, and you know, there's a minute and a half. We don't need to force anything right now if they want to play like this. So we're just kind of feeling them out.
Right, exactly. And at this point, we also didn't know exactly where Shadow was. I mean, that he was in that grass, but you know, OG checked a bunch of times, Jack checked a bunch of times, and we thought he wasn't there, so we started to get a little bit aggressive. Luckily, Jack later on did expose himself a little bit, but basically right here, you can just see it's just myself, OG, and Jack kind of just chipping our super, just chipping to get our super, trying to get more aggressive.
Yeah, so we're definitely like banking on a gene pull, or just at this point they're all kind of backed up, which is like exactly where we want them because they have nowhere to go as long as we like play it right. So we are just waiting on that super, and you know, we're being really patient. We have 50 seconds left, and this is the only downside. If you're going to play really passive, you get backed up pretty easily.
Right, exactly. So just like OG said, they're exactly where we want them, and by this point I was able to get my super. Now obviously Rosa's an easy pull, but you don't want to be pulling a Rosa. I'm not sure exactly what Portal was going for with that pull, but yeah, he missed that one over there. Now you can see OG's having an exchange over there with Tyrant Star, And right over there, since he got tapped, was a little bit of an opening for me, so I was able to get the pull on Tyrant and get that kill.
Yeah, so Jack's like kind of trapped up there. He just manages to get his super. You can see Shadow and Portal are both so weak. They're like hesitant to push up because they're that weak, but there's like 10 seconds left, so we're in a really good spot right now.
Exactly. We're just going back. We don't want to go too back into our spawns just because that's going to trap us. So we kind of just chilled in that middle grass for a second, got a shot or two off. Unfortunately for them, Portal pulled the Rosa, so they weren't able to get the kill, and that's going to end the game with only one kill the entire.
Yeah, that's competitive bounty sometimes if they want to play all passive, but we did manage to sweep bounty, so sets are 1-0 for us right now.
Epic Rosa moment.
How do you have Permis's VC?
I'm literal god.
Oh.
Alright, so next up we have Gem Grab, and it is the same maps as last week, so we are on Undermine, and see, we're going with the traditional comp that we used last week. Tara is obviously really good when she gets her pull, and we're tripling up a lane this time, switching it up from the double up. But you can see that kind of forfeits the right side of the map, but we have complete control of the left side, and I'm just trying to build up my super at this point.
Right, so we definitely want to change up the strat since it's the same map every time and we don't want to become too predictable. So Jack was able to take out Shadow over there, and you can see we kind of gained position. Even though he does have more gems than we do, we are able to hold that middle position for now.
Yeah, so I got the Carl on me, which is, again, like a tough matchup until I get my super. And, you know, Jack's just doing his thing, Rosa v Rosa. What more can you ask for from competitive gameplay? Bobby does take out Portal there, really good pull, and Jack's just there to clean up.
Exactly. Now, Jack is a little bit trapped at this point, although he was able to do a good amount of damage. So although he died, we were able to sustain kind of a little bit of control. And although OG did get pulled over there, he did have a good pull and basically take away the usefulness of Portal's pull because he went down to almost 0 health.
Yeah, unfortunately, Tyrant was there to just tap me once, otherwise I would have taken Portal out. But you can see Jack doing work, just going on Tyrant Star. You know he has that matchup, and Shadow's just hanging out, but he's not really like posing much of a threat there unless he gets like behind us, which he does go for here. So Jack definitely needs to rotate here and just focus on the Rosa.
Right, so at this point of the game, I'm on the bottom of the screen, and there's really not much I can do until Chepo moves Shadow from there. Even if he does lose a fight, he is going to move him, and until he does do so, there's literally nowhere I can go. So you can see Chepo's going to engage onto Shadow, and from there, I was able to kind of go up and start helping him out, and we're able to take control of the map.
Yeah, once that Rose is gone, there's like not really a threat on the map besides a Gene pull, but Jack's standing in front of Bobby. Bobby does get a really nice pull there, and you know, we're looking pretty good right now. Jack has it with like 9 gems and is super up, so it's looking pretty good for us at this point.
Right, we're able to take out the Rosa, and the only other real threat would be a Gene pull, so I waited patiently for Portal to come. I was able to pull him, and then OG is just able to finish it off with getting that little Tara suck on Tyrant Star. Okay, so here we go into the second gem grab game, and we're going to be going with the most meta comp possible. We're going to be going with Carl, Gene, and Rosa. So you can see they're also running the same thing. Or sorry, no, they're running a Tara instead of the Carl. It's basically a flop of what we had the last map. I guess they liked the Tara and we liked them playing the Carl, so we kind of transitioned and changed it over there. We're able to take out Shadow at the start, and you can see OG really quickly was able to gain position on Tyrant Star, and we just have good position from here on.
Yeah, so that's definitely why we chose the Carl, just because one-on-one he can like destroy the Tara. They have the Tara just because of the super possibilities, and you can see unfortunately Bobby misses his pull, just a little out of range. Jack going crazy on the Tara though. We definitely need to watch the Shadow Jutsu on the jump pad though, because that's a huge threat when our Rose is up that high.
Right, so basically all I was able to do was stand back until Jack was able to get Shadow out of those bushes, and I was able to move up a little. You can see again, OG has Tyrant very low, but there's so many rocks and walls on this map that Tyrant's basically able to heal up without a problem.
Yeah, unfortunately, Bobby does get pulled there. Jack's there to clean up the gems though, but we're in a bit of an awkward situation here. I don't know what I was going for with this all. I should have just left. I went back for some damage or whatever, and I do get taken out.
Yeah, so over here I just pulled Tyrant Star because he was a really easy pull and we just needed a kill to regain possession. So I was able to kill him and get my super back at this. And from here on, it's kind of a 3-on-2, but we weren't able to do much because Portal did go out of range and Shadow did push up really aggressively.
Yeah, so it's pretty even, 7-6. Mid's kind of whoever gets there. And you'll see Tyrant has his super, so I need to play more passive now because I can be taken out like very easily by that super. Shadow's getting all up in our end. Jack's gonna take him out pretty good though, and he's actually going on to Bobby. So you'll see Tyrant tried pulling me. I managed to take him out, and Shadow does. He's alive with like 1,000 HP, and Bobby manages to take him out, but they still have countdown.
Right, so at this point, obviously, Jack is a really huge threat as he has a super and he's a Rosa. I don't know why Tyrant doesn't pull him, but instead he pulls OG for some reason. Jack was able to take him out, but unfortunately, there was nothing we could do at this point. I could have pulled the Rosa, but obviously that wouldn't have worked out for us, as there's just not enough DPS to be able to kill her.
Yeah, and she'll just get her super, so it's best to just leave the Rosa alone until Jack gets up there because he's the only real threat to her. Tyrant does pull him, and Bobby goes for a pull, but it's kind of like too little too late at this point. So unfortunately for us, we do lose the second game of Gem Grab. Alright, so the third and final game of Gem Grab. We are back on Deathcap Cave. You see we have mirror comps again this time. Same comps that we used last week, no surprise here. Same matchups too, except this time Squashy's not disconnecting every 2 seconds. So, you'll see Portal does go for the first 2 gems, but that does give up like a lot of damage for Bobby's super, and you'll see everyone else kind of just feeling each other out. Shadow's in the bush there, good positioning by him, and me and Tyrant are just kind of like, you know, feeling each other out.
Right, exactly. So since all of our brawlers are just like super broken, it's just basically who can get their first. Unfortunately, I got a little bit too aggressive trying to help out Jack with Shadow, and he was able to kill me. But now I have my super, and you can see Portal and Tyrant are moving way back and just not risking themselves getting pulled.
Yeah, so Portal does miss the pull on me, and you'll see Tyrant's like outpoking me a little bit. I have to play more passive knowing that there was a Gene with pull there, so now that I know it's gone, you'll see me like start making my way up the map a little bit, and you know, we have like pretty good mid control right now.
Right, and you can see that it's very obvious that where Tyrant and Portal are, although they are some to be using my yet. OG is doing a good job on Tyrant, and originally I thought I was going to pull Tyrant at that point, but since OG was doing such a good job, I decided not to. You can see also OG was able to go down there and get an easy kill on Tyrant that I stole, but still, OG did a really good job, and at this point we have 7 gems to their 4, so it's looking pretty good.
Yeah, Jack's also just like causing havoc up there. I think Tyrant disconnects here at this point, and I'm not sure if he reconnects or if he's a bot, but it looks like he reconnected just how he's playing. But yeah, 8 gems to 4, 2 gems in the middle. We do pull Tyrant Star there, and we managed to take him out.
Right, so at this point Portal's going to try and get the pull, and this is the big mistake of misses me, and he actually ends up pulling Jack. And obviously, as you guys know, if you guys are going to pull a Rosa, it's not going to work out. So you can see Jack's moving up. He's going to be able to take out Portal along with a little bit of help from me and OG, and at this point we're just retreating and moving back.
Yeah, so Bobby gets a nice pull on Portal, just the nail in the coffin, but definitely the big mistake there was pulling Jack. You never want to pull a Rosa unless it's like a really like special circumstance, but do not Gene pull Rosas, guys.
Alright, so here we go into the start of the Heist set. So we're up 2-0 right now in the sets. Obviously, you only need 3 to win, so it's looking good for us. Last week we had a Rico instead of a Barley, and we noticed that they were using the exact same comps that they were last week. They weren't really making any adjustments, so it was really obvious to us that if we just switched to a Barley, we would have a much easier time, and that's what we did for our comp.
Yeah, because we didn't want to use Rico because it is like a little more skilled, and we just figured we'd like outplay them at their own comp. So you can see Jack's doing a really good job just controlling it. I'm kind of pushing up on my side here. Like, we're all like winning our fights so far. I don't think I should have gone up that high because if Shadow kept pushing me, he could have killed me, but for whatever reason, he decides not to. And you can see Jack's just doing work on the safe now. Bobby's up there just hammering it too. And Shadow did manage to sneak into our side though, so I'm like trying to deal with him.
Right, so he did do a ton of damage, although on this map, the hardest thing in the world to deal with is that Rosa in those bushes. So OG's doing a great job at not feeding the Rosa, and you can see we're doing a good job here of just trying to clear it out and forcing it out of the grass and not allowing it to do much damage.
Yeah, so we get a nice pinch on the Rosa here, and Jack's just been up there like hammering the safe the entire time. We do have mid control, and you can see Jack's like outplaying his matchup like really hard here.
Right, and you know, I'm just advancing on the right side. We see OG has super, I have super, so I'm going to go in and take Portal, and OG's just going to spin in as well with Jack in the background. We're just going to start hammering the safe at this point.
Yeah, so at this point, you can see Jack's doing his trademark spin, and it's pretty much GG, so we definitely dominated that game of Heist. Okay, so this is it, guys. If we manage to win this one, we got our sweep and like straight redemption. So I knew they were going to go double tank. Even though the Carl's a really hard counter for Spike, I thought it was worth it to go Spike just to deal with the Rosa and the Primo a lot better. And you can see it's like already like working out like really well for us.
All right, so you guys know just how dangerous OG Spike and how good Chepo is on that. So we really are playing the brawlers we're super comfortable with, as well as we have a Rosa. Just anyone can pick up a Rosa and dominate. So we are looking really, really good with our comp, and we're feeling very comfortable with it.
Yeah, so Jack gets some early safe damage, and from this point out, as long as the Carl doesn't bug me too much, I can literally just keep them back in their base. See, Bobby's doing a Rosa, and then I'm just kind of being annoying to them, like chipping them down, chipping the safe when I'm not hitting them, and getting those supers on the safe so Bobby can't be bothered there.
Right, so at this point I'm basically hitting the safe as well as hitting Portal and Shadow, and this is just causing a bunch of issues for them. They aren't really able to take me out in any way, and you can see Jack just spinning and OG taking out the save, and that's going to be a super quick win for us on Heist.
Yeah, just under a minute and, you know, completely dominated. Alright guys, so that's going to do it for today's video. I'm really happy we managed to get some redemption, and, you know, we got that sweep back at them because obviously they got us last week. But yeah, looking forward to continue our dominance in the NA Open this weekend, so definitely stay tuned for that. Peace.